Remember when Subway ruled the world? Packed restaurants, endless lines, that unmistakable smell of fresh-baked bread. You could find one on every corner in America and across the globe. It was the go-to spot for quick, affordable, supposedly healthy lunch. People loved building their own creation, watching every ingredient piled high on freshly baked bread. But lately, something has changed. The lines aren't as long as they used to be. The once bright green and yellow signs seem a little faded. Maybe you drive past a Subway you used to visit and it's shuttered, the windows dark and empty. This isn't just in your town. It's happening everywhere. Sales are down, and the buzz that once surrounded the brand has faded. The king of sandwiches is facing a rebellion from its own subjects. It's a story of broken promises, questionable ingredients, and a business model that squeezed the very people who built the empire. Customers who once swore by their daily footlong are now walking away, choosing to spend their money elsewhere. The trust that was once the bedrock of their success has crumbled, leaving a foundation that can no longer support the massive structure. This decline involves everyone from corporate executives making decisions in their boardrooms to franchise owners struggling to keep their lights on, and most importantly, you, the customer. The story of Subway's downfall is forgetting the simple principles that made millions fall in love with it. We're going to peel back the layers, just like a sandwich artist peels an onion, and get to the shocking truth of why so many people are saying goodbye to Subway. It all started with a promise that seemed too good to be true, the $5 footlong. This wasn't just a deal, it was a cultural phenomenon that would ultimately plant the seeds of Subway's destruction. $5 footlong. The jingle was everywhere. In a shaky economy, people watched every penny. Subway offered incredible value. A whole foot of sandwich made your way for just $5. It was unbeatable. More than a restaurant, it became a solution for budget-conscious families and hungry workers everywhere. But behind the scenes, a different story unfolded. For franchise owners, it was a double-edged sword. Ingredients, labor, rent, in many cases, profits were non-existent. Franchisees felt intense pressure from corporate to keep the deal going, even as it ate away at their ability to make a living. They were trapped, selling at a price that was slowly bankrupting them. Eventually, the pressure became too much. As costs continued to rise, the $5 footlong became impossible. Corporate finally had to let it go. First, limited time only, then select sandwiches. Finally, it vanished. Customers walked in, saw the new prices, and felt sticker shock. $8, $9, $10. It felt like a bait and switch. The trust built on affordability was shattered overnight. The magic was gone. The foundation of trust had cracked, and customers began noticing other problems they had previously overlooked. With the allure of low prices gone, customers started paying attention to what they were actually eating, and many didn't like what they saw. Let's start with the bread. For years, Subway marketed it as freshly baked, but reports surfaced that the dough arrived frozen and full of preservatives. The meat situation was even stranger. Portions felt smaller, turkey looked pale and watery, chicken felt rubbery and overprocessed. Vegetables didn't fare better. Tomatoes looked pale, lettuce was browning, peppers lacked any snap or flavor. Customer complaints started appearing everywhere online, social media filled with photos of disappointing sandwiches. Just as people questioned food quality, high-profile scandals erupted. The most damaging was the yoga mat chemical controversy. A food blogger revealed the bread contained azoticarbonamide, also used to make yoga mats and shoe rubber. While FDA approved, the public perception was horrific. The idea of industrial foam in bread was deeply unsettling. Subway quickly announced they would remove the chemical, but the damage was done. Trust was shattered. Years later, another bombshell, the tuna lawsuit. A class action suit claimed lab tests found no actual tuna in Subway's tuna. While Subway denied the claims, the story went viral. News headlines and late-night comedians had a field day. Other scandals followed, like footlongs not measuring 12 inches. Each headline chipped away at credibility. They painted a picture of a corporation willing to cut corners, mislead customers, and prioritize profits over transparency. Eat Fresh started to feel like a marketing lie. Customers who were once loyal fans started feeling foolish for trusting the company. Combined with declining food quality and rising prices, this erosion of trust gave millions a powerful reason to take their business elsewhere. But the problems weren't just about food. They extended to the people making it, creating a perfect storm of disappointment. The sandwich artist title was always marketing, but it implied skill and care. The reality became minimum wage jobs with minimal training and maximum pressure. Most Subway workers are paid at or near minimum wage, making it difficult to attract and retain motivated staff. Training typically lasts just a few hours. It's like expecting someone to become a professional after one piano lesson. Employee turnover is extremely high. Most workers quit within 6 months. Some don't last through their first month. This leads to mistakes, slow service, and inconsistent sandwiches. Getting the same sandwich twice becomes nearly impossible. The Subway franchise model was once seen as a golden ticket, but the relationship between corporate and franchisees became toxic. High royalty fees, advertising costs, franchisees pay a significant percentage of total sales, not profits, back to corporate. Corporate opened stores with little regard for existing locations. New Subways opened right across from others. Many owners feel corporate is dictatorial and unresponsive. They're treated like low-level managers, not business partners. This combination pushed thousands of franchise owners to financial ruin. Many lost their life savings trying to keep stores afloat. When owners are losing money, they cut corners on staffing, cleanliness, and ingredient freshness just to survive. This leads to worse customer experience, driving more people away and creating a vicious downward spiral. By failing to invest in people, Subway created a system destined to produce subpar experiences. Happy, well-trained, fairly compensated employees are a business's best asset. As Subway fumbled, a new wave of competitors rose, ready to pick up the customers they were leaving behind. Jersey Mike's focused on quality above all else. They sliced premium meats and cheeses to order right in front of you. Panera offered comfortable cafe atmosphere. Chipotle built on food with integrity, using responsibly sourced ingredients. These competitors didn't just offer better food, they invested in better overall experiences. Modern, clean restaurants with user-friendly technology and loyalty programs. When you put all the pieces together, Subway's downfall isn't a mystery, it's the inevitable result of a perfect storm. It started with the death of the $5 footlong, a broken promise that shattered trust. People looked past price and focused on the food, and were disappointed. Questionable bread, low-quality meats, less than fresh vegetables. Scandals rocked public confidence, the yoga mat chemical, Tuna-gate controversy. Eat fresh felt like a marketing lie. Customer experience deteriorated, driven by a model that undervalued employees and squeezed franchise owners. Meanwhile, the outside world changed. Jersey Mike's, Panera, Chipotle, offering better food, cleaner ingredients, modern dining experiences. They gave ex-Subway customers what they wanted, and millions switched. Subway was left behind, an aging giant unable to adapt. Complete systems failure. Millions are quitting Subway. It's not one reason, it's all of them combined. Overcharge for a subpar sandwich, doubt about what's really in the food, unpleasant interactions with unmotivated staff, a much better option just down the street. The brand lost its identity, broke its promise, betrayed customer trust, betrayed the trust of its own franchisees. Rebuilding trust is a monumental task, and until they can, the exodus continues. From the golden age of the $5 footlong to today's empty restaurants, Subway's decline is a cautionary tale. It shows what happens when a company loses sight of what made it successful in the first place. Quality, trust, and treating your people well aren't just nice-to-haves. They're the foundation of any lasting business. Without them, even the biggest giants can fall. And that's exactly what's happening to Subway. What do you think? Have you stopped eating at Subway? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more business breakdowns like this.